Hello, everybody, and welcome to the New Moon Astrology and Activation. So this one is the New Moon in Virgo. We're going to be talking a little bit about astrology and the current energies, and then we'll dive into a guided singing bowl meditation with the beautiful Elena. Thank you for joining us over here. I'm Julie from Maison Jupiter, and I'm here with my lovely soul sister, Elena. How are you feeling, Elena?
Hi, Julie. Hello, everybody. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel very tired. I feel very, very tired, but I have like something that is holding me that that I need to continue. But there's something positive about this energy as well. I know there's like a lot of like tension, but I feel like there's something positive.
Definitely. Definitely. I think you put your finger on it directly. This I put out an astrology video if you guys want to know more about all the details of the astrology for this new moon in Virgo. But yes, there's a lot of challenging energy. There's Saturn opposing the new moon. So it's like we want to start something. We are planting the seeds for something new. But at the same time, we're being tested by the universe. And Saturn is, whenever Saturn is aspected, it makes us feel a bit more depressed, lower energy, can be a little bit isolated. We can have we can feel overburdened, overstressed, having too many responsibilities at the same time. And for a lot of people also, it's we're going back to work after the holidays, the summer vacations. So whenever we enter Virgo season, it's always a time of added responsibilities, lots of work, getting back into the routine. But then Saturn is also putting some more pressure on us at the time of this new moon. So of course, there are beautiful ways to use this new moon. So we will be talking about that for sure. And thank you so much, Tim. Appreciate the birthday wishes. So yes, in just a few days from now, it'll be exact on my solar return will be exact on this new moon in Virgo. So thank you so much. Appreciate it. And yes, we'll be having a little bit of a different schedule for next week because I will be leaving to Peru this weekend. Yay! Thank you so much, Tim. So yes, we won't be having the Divine Feminine Rebirth show on Wednesday, but other than that, the schedule will be almost the same. And I will also pre-recorded a video for the eclipse. So I think it's a must watch. I'm really proud of this video for the Pisces eclipse. Thank you, Molly. Appreciate that.
But I feel, isn't it a good thing that we are like in Virgo season? Like if we were in another season, wow.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what I was thinking yesterday when I look at all the land around my house and all the, how do we say that? Agricultural lands. And there's a lot of corn that is growing around my area. And when like it's really, really high, it's the end of summer and we're about to enter, as we are in Virgo season, harvest season. So Virgo season is associated with harvest. So I kind of love the analogy because I feel like for all the efforts that we've been putting into, let's say, transforming, being more focus, putting the efforts on our work, on our responsibilities, on what we want to grow, then Virgo season is the harvest season. And especially when we get to the eclipse on September 16, it'll be the real big harvest of all our previous efforts. And I love that because I feel like this new moon is the perfect time to plant the seeds for, let's say, doing a bit of a, what's the word, of a big, not a rush, but it can be a rush, like a focusing on energy on something for this short period of time before we can fully harvest the rewards of what we have been working on. So I think, oh, thank you, PJ. Spend the night agua caliente, so you go up the mountain twice. Okay. Well, I think there's a bit of a different. We're talking here about Machu Picchu in Peru, where I'm gonna be visiting for a day. I think there's a bit of a difference because since July of this year, they made it so that you can only pay for one route. So you're only allowed to visit one route and you're not allowed to go up and down on the different trails of Machu Picchu. So it might be different, PJ. But thank you, appreciate the advice. And yes, Harvest Goddess energy. Love that, Tim. Yeah, definitely. So Virgo, although it will be probably a new moon that's being challenged. So whatever we're starting, we'll have let's say the tester who's Saturn opposing this new moon, asking us to put in the hard work, testing us in order to know, do you really want to invest your energy in whatever you're doing? So it could be a work project, it could be a health imbalance that you're working on, it could be a relationship, it could be an inner healing theme that you're working on. So whatever you decide to be working on around the time of this new moon, will ask of us to put in the work, and in a consistent way, because Saturn and Virgo talk about consistent way.
Well, I have a feeling, you're talking about planting the seed. My feeling right now is I feel that seed, we already planted this one, and we just need to clean around to help that seed to come like out very pure, very clearly. So removing things that
The weeds, like
exactly. That's a feeling that I have. For me, that's a feeling that I have.
Yeah. And that's very interesting you say that, because Virgo's associated with like cleaning and like putting order out of chaos. So I really like this analogy that you just shared, because yeah, we have to protect the little seed that we're planting and remove what's not necessary around it and prioritize whatever we want to prioritize. It's also associated with Saturn. So
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like it's taking a bit of more time, but when it's gonna come out, it's gonna be more powerful, more beautiful, more clean, more pure. I don't know why I have the words pure that are coming a lot in my head. So I feel like
I'm having shivers as you say that. And you must be an astrologer, Elena, because all
one
the
day.
words that you're saying are associated with Virgo and Saturn. So purity is Virgo. Saturn is like simplifying something, taking out what no longer, like the weeds, as we were saying about this analogy with the plant. So I love that. Wow, that's beautiful. So yes, take care of the little sprout that you're planting on the time of this new moon, or before, around the time of this new moon. Take care of it, remove what's unnecessary, clean everything, purify, detox around it to make sure that it has the space to grow. I love that, Elena. Wow. Yes.
But that takes a lot of energy though, So sometimes we can see like everything that we need to do, and just to look, we can be like overwhelmed. So just to do a bit during every day, maximum 1 hour, even 30 minutes, it makes such a difference.
But what was I gonna say around that? You said energy. Yeah. Also, I feel like Saturn being involved there, and it's making also a T-square to Jupiter. So there's important decisions involved that will be surfacing around the time of this new moon that we will revisit at the eclipse on September 16 in the opposing sign of Pisces. So that's why this new moon is so important in Virgo, because whatever come up, whatever we plant, will be facing important decisions, and we can start reaping the rewards at the eclipse on September 16. But the T-square in Jupiter, but also the opposition to Saturn, talks about, let's say, making sure that you invest your energy in the right place. So that's why sometimes it takes a lot more of energy, but you need to really be discerning of what's worth your energy. So that's why sometimes there's tests involved. Let's say it's a relationship, it's a work project. It's Saturn usually puts tests in order to make sure that you're, let's say, focusing in the right thing, in the right decision, and the right area of your life.
Going through like you're saying, through like the right path. And what if that person is not going into the right path? What, like the energy of Saturn, what would happen?
Well, Saturn can deplete something.
Mm.
So if you're not, let's say, going on the right path and you're facing a lot of like Saturnian energies, you will karmically understand that this is not for you. Either you're completing karma, so it's a karmic lesson, and the experience will end after the lesson is learned, or it will just be removed from your life in a one or the other way. So
Wow.
yeah, I feel like Saturn can give trial and tribulations. It's not necessarily a bad thing, because I feel like oftentimes we need that in order to know, like, are we going in the right direction? Are we willing to put the efforts in this direction? Like, for example, like everybody wants to be wealthy. Like that's something that we all strive for, because we want the freedom to make whatever decision we want. We want to work on whatever we think is fun to work on, right?
Mhm.
But if it was so easy, everybody would pursue the path that is the easiest in order to get wealthy, if like there was no obstacle on the way, right? So it tests also your system of beliefs, it tests your system of values, it tests how much work are you willing to invest, how much energy are you willing to invest in this. So it's not the easy path, but as you said earlier, when you invest, and Saturn rules investment, when you invest so much energy into something, this is where you can really appreciate the rewards after. If it's too easy, I don't think like you appreciate it as much when you get the Saturnian karmic rewards from something. But if you put like a lot of work into something, then you can fully be like, wow, you're proud of yourself. You didn't take any shortcut. Like you put in the work, you've invested your whole energy into something. And then that, I think this is where the magic lies within Saturn and Virgo.
Wow. So you're talking a lot about, I feel like it's going to be a huge awakening for a lot of people.
Mhm. Well, yeah, and also this new moon in Virgo is important because it's connected to the eclipse and the opposing sign of Pisces. And you're talking about awakening. So whatever we do here on this new moon is linked to what we're going to reap with the eclipse, what we're going to have to like go heal, transform, transcend, alchemize. So I think, yes, a lot of people will be having a profound awakening.
Wow.
I love that. And yeah, thank you, Tim. He says, fantastic insight, Julie. Thank you. And I shared in the eclipse video, which is going to premiere next week on my birthday on September 3rd. I shared, I think it was in this video, or was it in the new moon video? I don't know. I'm going to share it with you because I think it's relating to what we were getting to. So I decided to go back to hot yoga recently. I think it was this week. And I hadn't done it for maybe 2 weeks. So like the class was super hard. My muscles were shaking. And plus with the heat, I was like, oh my God, why did I go there? But at the end of the class doing the Shavasana was like the best moment ever. Like I was truly in that peace frequency and that peace energy. And I was like so proud of having gone to it and faced like the hardships, because I feel like this is where you can fully be grateful for the feeling afterwards of having put the hard work. And I was like wondering to myself, can we fully appreciate something without going through the trials and tribulations? Like if something is too easy, maybe we're not able to fully appreciate it. Like for
Mhm.
people who struggle, let's say in love relationships for so long, when they get to finally a healthy, stable relationship, I think they're the ones who can fully appreciate it to its value.
Correct. And I feel like also talking about relationship, like, yeah, sometimes it's like when you start a relationship, it's like everything is okay, everything is fine, but also to know all the, I don't want to say dark side, but just
Mhm.
like the wounds
Shadow
from
with the shadow
the
side, yeah.
exactly from your partner, And if you directly work with this, I feel like the relationship can even be like even stronger because
Yeah.
you're going through like something very hard from the beginning, but there's something deep down that it's telling you it's meant to be, you
Mm,
know.
yeah.
And
That's
also, I
yeah.
was thinking about your hot yoga. You said to me, "Oh, that people had the same energy." But you know what? I'm thinking maybe they were following you because what happened, you said to me that people were doing almost the same thing when, let's say,
Uh-huh.
you were like tired. But it's also, I feel like because of your energy, people were like, without knowing, following you.
Huh. It's interesting because I shared with Elena that after this hot yoga class, and it was like fairly young and healthy people who seemed to be more fit than I was, to be really honest with you. And at some point, I was just like, "This is too much for me, and I'm gonna respect my body and like the state that I'm in today." And I'm gonna go into child's pose. And I just decided to give myself permission to not do some of the things that my body was feeling. It was too much. And when I did that, I felt like other people were doing the same.
Mhm.
And then I decided to do like the candle pose at the end because I felt like I needed to change the energy balance from upside down. And everybody started to doing the candle pose, and I was like, "What's going on here?" So that's interesting.
Yeah. So I feel like all the energy from the community as well, like if we start to do something like that around people, I feel like there's going to be a switch as well.
Mm.
Mhm.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, definitely. I feel like this community is a lighthouse, and we're doing the hard transformational work in order to guide people in either now or in the future into this healing process. And the earth is going through a huge death and rebirth. So the people who have gone through personally an inner death and rebirth and healing can guide other people once they go through that. So if you haven't gone through like a spiritual awakening, which is an inner death and rebirth, like it's really hard to know what's going on when we're all experiencing it collectively.
And also, I feel, oh my God, I have so many things to say today.
Okay.
I feel like, when you're talking with someone, like let's say you, me, and people from community, it's always like you're not gonna go like in surface. So it's if someone is telling you, "Oh yeah, I had a good day and I did this," but even if the person is talking to you about that good day, you will find naturally something to say to that person that at the end the conversation will be very deep, and that person will think about that conversation, and probably there's an awakening that will happen
Mm.
in the next
Again, Elena, I think you're an astrologer because you're talking about like the Virgo Pisces axis to the maximum, which is like what we're living right now. And Virgo's the practical spirituality is how to integrate spirituality on a very practical level on a day-to-day basis. So not just like being in a spiritual retreat and like on top of the Himalayas and praying all day. It's like integrating. So just by,
Wow.
as you said, talking with other people, you're like uh planting seeds in their energetic field of
Wow.
like something they could develop spiritually. So I love that.
So, so are you planting a seed inside of me?
Yeah, maybe, who knows? Maybe.
Um,
I love that. Thank you so much, Elena, for sharing. And okay, so yes, if you are present here, if you're watching live or on replay, please don't forget to give us a like. I did um, turn down the ads because a lot of people were saying that when they watched the replay, it was interfering with the meditation, so I turned it off, and I hope I will remember for the future one to do it as well. So hi, if you're watching on a replay as well, please give us a like. It really helps the algorithms, and make sure also you are subscribed to the channel. And right before we hop into the activation for the new moon, I wanted to share with all of you, since this new moon is so connected with the work that we're going to have to do for the eclipse on an individual level, but also on a collective level. we have right now an early bird promo for the eclipse season activation. So we will be gathering together live, but also if you're not able to attend the live, don't worry. It will be available on replay as well. It will be as powerful on replay. We will be gathering on the exact dates of the two eclipses. So September 17 will be the first one, will be the first eclipse in Pisces. And Pisces deal with spirituality and healing, basically, and sound healing, that is. And Neptune deals with music, with sound healing, with anything that is healing, but especially sound. So I think this activation will be so powerful, especially on the day of. And someone from the community gave an idea, which I thought was genius, and asked if we could all bring, like, into our own homes, something that could, let's say, add to the sound healing. So either a singing bowl, a Tibetan bowl, a crystal bowl, anything you have. And if you don't have anything, Elena will guide us into a mantra that we can sing, like an om or a chant, so that we can all add in the different places in the world that we are our own sound healing to the collective intention that we will put in, but also to our personal intention. So we will be working on both at the same time. Pisces will be so powerful, especially with Neptune there, being an eclipse with the North Node. So we will be putting out a lot of healing energy into the collective for the Earth, for humanity. But also, I think on a personal level, these eclipses will help us into getting on the higher timeline. And we called those two activations between fate and destiny, in the sense that we don't want to be a victim of destiny, because we know that eclipses trigger fated events in our lives, but we want to be on the higher spectrum of manifesting the best thing with like being in the flow with ease. So more on the side of destiny, of co-creation, of free will. So this is the idea here. And the other one will be October 2nd. It will loop back to the other Libra eclipse that we had in March of this year. So that will be super profound, especially for relationships, for partnerships. A lot of healing will be infused in there. A lot of healing for the divine feminine as well, because Lilith will be exactly on the eclipse. Venus will be making a grand trine, so being in the flow of energy with Mars. So join us there. I think that will be super interesting, powerful, and yeah, I have a really, really good feeling about those two eclipses. I think it's going to be like life-changing in a very positive way. So all that being said, we have a 25% off early bird special that will be for a limited time only with the code DESTINY. And after September 13th, it will be regular price, still very affordable as usual. But if you feel inside like you want to join us, I would say do it right away before September 13th, so you can take advantage of the special price. And also, as I said, you can also watch on replay if you're not available at a specific time. It will be at 8 p.m. Eastern on both of those dates. Yeah, I love that. Ocean Odell says, what a great opportunity to show your nervous system some love. Yes, definitely. Tim says, I have drums, rattles, bells. You're fully equipped for for this activation. I love that. And yes, Ocean Odell says that will be a beautiful activation. Yes. Did you want to add anything to that?
No, I was like listening to you and I was imagining myself into that meditation. It is going to be very powerful.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. And especially Pisces is like the collective energies, like fully open with our channels open. So of course we're going to do a protection before the activation, which links us into your choice of chakras for today for the singing bowls. So because there's such a close connection between Virgo and Pisces, they are in the same axis of spirituality, health, and also service, being in service to others, to humanity for the greater good. Yeah, so there is a connection there, and we are preparing our channels for the Pisces eclipse. So can you talk about the choice of the singing bowls we're going to be activating today?
Yeah, of course. And I just want to mention before I forget, I feel like talking about the eclipse season, I feel that you're going to come back from your trip with an information
Mm.
for those for the two
For the activations.
the activations. Yes, I feel like
Ah,
something big will happen for you as well.
I love
So,
that.
yeah.
And thank you, Molly. She says, so happy it is at 6 my time to join it live. Yay. Will come with my drum and Tibetan bowl and crystals. I love that, Molly.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know yet, but I feel like it's going to be a profound
Yeah.
transformation in Peru.
Mhm.
And I feel like I'm going to bring in the energies that we need for the activations. So
Yeah, and
yeah,
it's not like a trip that you plan like very in advance. It's just like you felt somebody, maybe somebody called you from there.
mhm.
There's an energy that I don't know, something is gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm scared and excited at the same time. But you know what? Let's do it. We're here in this lifetime to go through this transformational journey. So let's
Right.
do it. All right, Elena. So without further ado, the mic is yours. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. So I just want to explain here that this is the solar plexus that we will be activating because we need that energy because the energies are so strong. So we're going to go and work with the inner child to have more energy. This is why I chose this one, and the crown chakra because we need to connect even more, do more meditation. So if you feel like you need to like well, I suggest that if you can meditate every single day,
Mhm.
like even if it's like a 5 minutes, take the time to do it because the energies are so strong that it's good to be grounded, to have the energy to to go through this season.
Yeah, definitely. I love the idea of meditating every day. This is such a good advice.
Mhm. So I'm gonna start, and thank you so much for being here, everybody. Thank you so much for supporting this community. And your soul and your body is thanking you today for taking this time to relax, to connect, to be more grounded, and to set intentions here. Is it something new because it's the new moon, or something that you already manifest? You can close your eyes. Remember that this is a safe space. And just take the time to hear what's around you right now. And only with your energy that is so strong, nothing is distracting you. You are connecting with yourself. And there is a message that you want to send to your guides. They see you, they protect you. So take this time to ask them for protection. And you are planting this seed with the energy of the new moon. And you are allowed to ask for help. Your guides are there for you because the work, you will do it, but you are allowed to be supported during this process. So let's take a minute of silence to ask for protection. Take a deep breath in and release. And you can say, thanks, your guide. And hold your hands together. And if you want, you can bring your hands up. And if your hands are up, take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, bring your hands to your heart. And with holding your heart, feeling alive, feeling grateful. What is that you want to ask for help, for guidance? And maybe you don't know yet, but you are ready to do the work. And please repeat after me. I am ready. I am strong. I am wealthy. I am love. I am walking where I need to walk. I am in control of my life. I am ready to do the work. Take a deep breath in and release. And one more time, and really feel the energy moving inside your body. Deep breath in and release. Feeling the flow and releasing anything that you don't need, right now. Only with your breathing, you are releasing without knowing what it is. Deep breath in and release. And as you're making space, you are opening even more your crown chakra. And let's activate even more here to connect with your guides. You are noticing that there is more souls, more guides that are there for you. And they are holding you. And with their light, they are guiding you. Even if it's dark, they are guiding you through your path so you can see clearly, even at night. The support is so strong that you are able to walk with your eyes closed. And because your guides are very strong, you can feel the light when you are walking. And you are walking where it's safe. Even if your eyes are closed. Please repeat after me. I believe in myself. I am not afraid of the dark. I welcome the light. I welcome any messages coming from my guides. I am blocking any energy that doesn't belong to me. I am keeping my power to be able to serve where I need to serve. I prioritize myself. I can see clearly where is my path. But there's a question mark. The how. But you will find ways, new ways of doing things. New strength, new energy, new power. With the help of the solar plexus, activating your inner child. This child that has so much energy and so much creativity. And there's an object in front of you. And suddenly you can see that there are so many options with that object to create. And this child is planting the seed or cleaning around your seed. Playing with nature. And no distraction. This child is only focused on one thing: for a better world, for a better you. And always remember that your guides are there for you. At any moment that you need to speak with them, you can simply close your eyes and feel them. They are waiting for you to ask for help. And let's connect the solar plexus with the crown to feel and activate anything that needs to be activated inside of us. Take a deep breath in and release. And you can repeat after me. I am alive. And very slowly come back.
Namaste. Thank you so much.
Namaste.
Amiga. That was beautiful. Let us know in the chat, guys. Come back slowly, but of course, we like to know how you felt. Let me put that comment on the screen here from Tim. Elena, when you activated the crown chakra, it felt like a corn cob sprouted from the top of my head. When you activated the sacral chakra, the kernels popped like popcorn, then like shooting stars. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
This is so cool. Very beautiful analogy with the harvest here, Tim. I love that. You will be likely harvesting something important.
Wow.
Elena Samantha says, beautiful, Elena. Ocean Odell, Elena, that was beautiful. I really needed this. I really so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. While you come back slowly, I had a kind of a download at the beginning, and I think you have to bring the ocean drum to the eclipse meditation.
Oh, you know what? When you were talking about all the sounds, I was looking at it. It's right in front of me, actually.
And it rules like we're going to be in the element of water. So I think it will be super profound. Wow.
Yeah. Maybe you can mute myself and I'm just going to go so the audience can see
Yeah,
what
go
we're
ahead.
talking about.
Go ahead. And I will put some comments on the screen while you do that. Thank you, Molly. She says, your voice is so gentle and soothing. Thank you for your lovely and powerful activations. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate that. And I'm just going to wait for Elena, and then I'm going to share the cards that I have for the work that is being done at the new moon. And it's incredible. So stay tuned. Wow. I forgot like it was that big.
It is very big and powerful.
Yeah, it's the sound of the ocean, but very, very healing.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for the sacral chakra, isn't it?
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
I don't want to make too much noise, but it's very powerful.
Wow. So we're going to be experiencing this very healing and powerful tool at the eclipse meditation. I love that. Samantha says, that's gorgeous. And yes, the artwork is really beautiful. It is a very special piece that Elena got from indigenous people here in the area, and very, very profound and special. Okay, another thing that I realized that is crazy, I pulled some cards for the eclipse activations. And if you remember, one of the cards was at a crossroad. And this crossroad is also being part of this new moon in Virgo, because we have the T-square in both of the lunation. And the T-square is kind of a decision point, a decision that we need to make. We need to choose our path. We're standing at a crossroad. And I just realized today, just before the meditation, that in the background, I don't know if you guys can see it, it's the Machu Picchu.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how crazy.
Wow.
So the decision is like between two Machu Picchu. So I think you're right when you say, like, I'm going to come back with important information and important frequencies and downloads for you guys. So first big realization here, I was like, oh,
wow.
Yeah, and having looked at a lot of pictures now, I'm like, okay, this is a Machu Picchu. And yeah, that is such a sign. Yeah, I think it is like we need frequencies from there in order to be fully activated for our the next step in our missions. So the cards that I pulled for this new moon in Virgo, so the work that we're called to do around the energies of the new moon in Virgo for this community. Okay, so the first one I have is opposition. So no surprise, the new moon has a harsh opposition with Saturn. So it says here confrontation. So there could be either confrontations, conflicts, challenges being posed by Saturn. And then we have the card ascendant, and it says here entrance. So basically your ascendant is you, and it's the gateway that your soul chose in order to incarnate on earth in this lifetime. So there's an opposition between you and something else. And then I feel like one of the messages here is that we're being called to let go of a layer of the onion, of our own onion, that is not part of who we are at our core. And I think it's like it comes back to the eclipse of Pisces, that we're all and we're whole and we're part of divinity, we're part of source. So we're going to be letting go at the time of this new moon in Virgo of something, because we're purifying when we're in Virgo season. We're detoxing of something that is not allowing us to fully express this essence. And like sometimes when I meditate at the beginning, I say what I am. And for instance, just to give you a practical example, and sometimes depending on how I feel, I say, I am bliss, I am love, I am joy. And everything that is not that, I release it. So it's kind of the same kind of idea here. The other card here that I have is debilitated, and it says discomfort. And this card is super interesting because we've been talking about embracing challenges and facing obstacles, but getting back stronger on the other side, and with more experience, with more gratefulness of having gone through all of those obstacles. And here, when a planet in astrology is debilitated, it's like you're out of your element, but it's when you give the best results, because the universe tests you and puts you in an environment that you're not accustomed to, or you don't thrive in it, but it pushes you to release the best potential there is through hard work and adaptation. And I think there is nothing that describes Virgo better than that. So we're going to feel a phase of discomfort, but it's allowing us to show the world our true potential. So we will expand in a way. Wow. And the last card that I have from this other deck, which is Work Your Light.
Is your light like, because I don't know if there's something with your light, but when you said that, your light's starting to do like something.
I don't know. Maybe it's a change with the outside that, like, I don't know. Or my frequency.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So the last card that I have is Inner Temple. And it says devotion, tune in the portal of your heart. And I think this is so in line with the Virgo full moon. So I'm just going to read a little part. So it says, you are being called to be a devoted student and tune into your heart, to incorporate true devotion into your life. This is very Virgo. You could be you could be called to develop a regular meditation, journaling, or chanting practice, or to show up to your soul with rhythm, to develop a daily practice where you fill up your well and spend time with your soul. So exactly what we have been talking, and you have been channeling that right before the meditation. So we're going to feel opposition, confrontation, maybe discomfort in the process. Always come back to your inner temple. And if you can commit to one thing before the eclipses, will be to integrate a daily spiritual practice. I think that would be like the best thing, to devote a little bit of time to getting back to who you are at your essence, which is love. So, Ocean Odell is saying, Julie, you're vibing. It's the spirits shining light on Julie. I love that. Well, thank you so much, guys. Elena, anything you want to add before we...
I wanted to share on a personal side, when I was doing this activation, I was able to see clearly that I'm in the right path. And I'm very grateful to do what I'm doing, and because I know that it's where I need to walk. And as I was, planting that seed with that child, it started to rain.
Oh.
Yeah. So I feel like when it started to rain, we're giving that power to that seed that we're planting, and the water was like not a regular water, was like very clear, very, very pure. It was coming, like, I feel like maybe it was coming also from releasing. Is it crying, like somebody was crying, but at the same time, like with like safe energy. The guides were there. It was so beautiful.
Okay, that's interesting, and I'm always thinking, in terms of astrology, but you said about we're planting a sprout, a seed, and at the time of this new moon in Virgo, and Virgo is an earth sign. And then in 2 weeks, I said, with the astrology, we're going to start reaping the rewards of whatever is starting here. Even if we have to face struggle, we have to work really hard at it. And then what's the element of the next eclipse 2 weeks later, in 2 weeks? It's water.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be cleansing a lot, but that I feel like what you're saying is that it will allow it to grow even more and to be fully nurtured with that water and whatever spiritual work we're being called to do and whatever we're being called to release.
Wow.
Wow, I love that. Very profound. So, wow, let us know if you enjoyed this show, this meditation activation. And of course, don't forget to hit the like if you did, and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Ocean Adele. We are on a wonderful journey filled with love. Yes, for sure. And Tim says the seeds have a great struggle to get out of the shell, but then become life. I love that. Very, very true. So with the cards also that I pull, I feel like it's so on the money with the astrology. So yes, be ready to invest some time, but you're going to be so happy and proud of it after, and you're going to be able to fully appreciate all the hard work being put here at the moment of this new moon in Virgo. And of course, we will see you in 2 weeks when we get here to September 17 will be our first activation of this pair of activation with the eclipse season activation. So see you there, and looking forward to come back with a new frequency, new downloads for you guys, and love you very, very much. Have a beautiful weekend. We're sending you so much love and light in order to make this new moon in Virgo the best possible challenge, but also the best possible rewards for you. So yes, not the best challenge, but the easiest challenge in order to bring the most beautiful light into your life. So thank you, Elena, for the beautiful activation, and see you very soon. Don't forget, at 8 p.m. Eastern, tonight we have the Galactic Show with the beautiful Soul, who's going to be talking a lot about what we might experience at the Pisces eclipse. So stay tuned. Love you, everybody, and have a beautiful weekend. Bye-bye.